Hey nerds, so this is going to be a pretty serious video, I'm sure. And I know some people may get a little distressed by it, but just know that it's not too much. I'm just wanting to talk to you guys, just to give you an idea. The advertisements have been turned off for this video, just so you know. So we're just going to be here to have a talk and talk to you guys about a few things. It's fairly serious, and I hope you guys can take a listen, sit down, and talk to me just a little bit, just for fun, okay?
Yes.
Alright, so here we go. So, a lot of you have been probably noticing that I have uploaded a ton of videos lately. Like, every day seems to be more videos, more and more videos. And, well, a lot of you have been asking me why I upload so much, Jesus, and, you know, some of you have been like, oh man, I can't take this anymore, I'm just not going to deal with it. And I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but, you know, YouTube for me was really crazy. The summer, you know, this summer was one of the best summers I've ever had when it came to YouTube. I was, like, seriously flabbergasted by how well we did. And it's thanks to you guys that it happened, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. This is the best time I've ever really had on YouTube. We had a lot of people joining us for, you know, like, Metopia. We had a lot of people joining us for, you know, Heroes and Choose Your Legends and all that fun stuff. And, well, it kind of made me fall into something that, you know, wasn't healthy for me. I started looking at analytics, and when you start focusing on numbers on YouTube, that is when things slowly and steadily fall out of, well, control. I wouldn't say fall, but, like, it slowly becomes troublesome, to say the least, because you start looking at things like, well, you know, today's not doing well, how can I make it better? And for me, that was something that just kind of happened. It kept happening. And as summer went and, you know, everything kind of settled down a bit more, that paranoia and things like that did not fall away. And because of that, every time I looked at the numbers, I'd just be like, this isn't doing well, I need to do something to fix it. And because of it, I felt my content fell apart. And I still feel like it's falling apart. I still have these problems where I'm just like, this isn't doing well, I need to fix it, upload something new or funny or interesting. And it kept happening. And it just kept happening and happening and happening. So when someone asks me, well, why do you upload so much, Sage? It's well, I can't really explain it too much. It's just, maybe it's a mixture of me just not being able to really look at it the same way and going, you know, well, I just wanted to be funny, but it's also a mixture of wanting to do well and also, you know, wanting to replicate what was coming in summer or what I did well in summer. And that obviously isn't going to happen. But, you know, I still want to feel that, and it just fell into that. It was crazy, it was wild, and it was a weird world for me. So, naturally, I started just doing things like, oh, hey, look, here's this unit someone sent me. Instead of, you know, like, oh, hey, you can do a whole visual interface with this. Does anyone remember when I used to edit with triangles? Does anyone remember that, the good old days? Right, I mean, shout out to those who actually remember the days where I did triangles and stuff like that. And that was a problem. Like, I feel like my content has taken a serious hit from it. Like, I wanna, you know, I wanna entertain, but I also felt this serious need to get these, you know, numbers up and make sure these numbers were consistent and make sure everyone was happy with them and etc, 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 etc. And it also came with some other things, like I constantly had the fear that and I still constantly have the fear that where if I upload something other than Heroes and it doesn't, you know, do as well as Heroes, it's just useless, it's a failure, everyone's disinterested, no one wants it, no one likes it. And that is definitely not something that should be happening. And, you know, it quickly became that problem. And, I mean, it's still happening occasionally, but yes, when it comes to, you know, uploading stuff, I don't mean to spam, I really don't, but it gets into my head that things just aren't going well. And when that happens, I don't know what to do. I guess I could say I freak out. And I do apologize if that, happens a lot. I've pretty much decided that I really want to try and get back into the edited content in a lot of ways when it came to, not only Heroes. I was really working on some really great things for edited content when it came to Heroes, but, I'm hoping I can get to that point where things will, pick up and I'll want to do that again. But, I feel ridiculously terrible that this keeps happening with content, and I feel like it's slipping, and I'm just not happy with it, and I feel like a failure to you guys because of it. And I don't like that feeling, but I definitely need to address it. And eventually, I'm going to get back to the point where I'm going to be like, okay, I can do this. I can work on that. So, videos will probably slow down, and I'm going to try really hard not to get focused on numbers anymore, and just focus on, doing Heroes content the way I like. I'll still have the joke videos and the occasional nonsense, but, I really do want to try and get back to a status quo, instead of trying to feel like I have to do something to fix something that obviously isn't a problem. And it's been such a weird problem that it's honestly been feeling like I've been a failure for a lot of things, and, oh man, I'm not able to do this, or oh man, I'm not able to do that because, this obviously isn't going to do well, and when something doesn't do well, I really get depressed with it, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. It's a sudden and crazy turn for me. And, well, I'm sure a lot of you are probably like, oh, well, maybe you should stop, and it's not so simple for me to simply put a brake light on that in a way. Like, I don't know what it is about me, but I like doing videos, but I also want to make sure that I have the proper channels to do it. And, to try and put this simply, I feel like I can do great content, and I feel like I still do great content, and it's because of, all of this that I'm really happy with how things went, and I'm still really happy with how the channel's going, but I'm also not happy at the same time. It's really difficult to put into words, but it just, it's a niggling kind of threat, and it's gonna change, and I feel that things are gonna get better, but for those who are asking why I upload so much, I figured I would just explain and talk to you guys about that, because this is something that I feel has been a problem, and it's something that I need to address. And I don't mean to, and I really don't mean to, but, yeah. And I'm sure someone's going to make a joke about how, oh yeah, you're going to post another video after this. No, I'm going to probably go to bed and just not care about this right now. So, if you decide to, listen to me on my sad story here, feel free to. I don't mind at all. But, and if you don't enjoy it, that's fine too. I'm not going to blame you for not sticking around for that. But, I figured I would just explain things and be as honest as I can be and as open as I can be when it comes to content here and all of the other stuff that we do. Even if it's a rambling mess right now, because I need to. It needs to be said and it needs to be done. Otherwise, well, things just aren't going to, feel the same to me.
Of course.
So I hope you guys can understand that, and I hope you guys don't mind me rambling at you and talking to you about what's been happening as to why, videos have been so constant and why certain videos haven't been happening and, like streams and stuff. It's just, it's been a mixture of things, and it's not something I'm happy with, but it is something I'm working through and really trying hard to overcome in that sense, because numbers on YouTube are terrible, and I fall into it so easily, and it's just not good. So, as I continue to work on it, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm trying to tone down the spam and make sure things are working better, because, well, it needs to happen, and I feel it's valuable to do so. So, that's the basics of this video, guys, and stay tuned for more highly edited content and still some joke videos here and there, because I need to work on it, and I need to do things that I feel like the channel was born to do when it came to Heroes and other stuff, okay? So, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you all very soon.